What's up, family? It's me, your boy, your urban sports guru. Well, Instagram family, thank you for the like, thank you for the follow. YouTube, thank you for the like, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you, appreciate it. I just want to holler at y'all about what I saw last night in the Manny Pacquiao fight versus Lucas Matthysse. Just to be honest, Manny looked good. Oh, y'all know that I'm a big Manny Pacquiao fan, partial Southpaws because I was one. But I gotta be honest about some shit that's on my brain watching the fight. Now, Manny Pacquiao hasn't had a stoppage in what 8, 9, anywhere between 8 and 10 years. He's had knockdowns, of course, but he hasn't had a stoppage in quite some time. And I came into this fight, as y'all know, fearful a bit because I think he purposely hasn't been put in front of anybody who's a puncher since he's been back from his shoulder surgery. And now they put him in front of Lucas Matthysse, who is a puncher, a dynamite puncher, with a solid chin. Outside of the pistol fight, we've never seen any kind of weak. This guy went 12 rounds against Prognostikov with no problems. And but I have to say it's making me like my spidey sense is tingling. I was speaking out earlier today about this on social media on Instagram. Shout out to Boxing Sweet Science 2.0. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you need to. He pointed out that Lucas Matthysse looked like he had a hard time making weight, and that could explain how slow he was. One of the things I noticed was the speed, the disparity in speed. And one of those ways that showed itself was Manny kept knocking him down with uppercuts, and he was hitting him with uppercuts from a distance. One of the things in boxing, they teach you do not throw uppercuts from a distance. Why? It's so easy for you to be counted. You leave yourself wide open. And he was able to do that because he was able to make up that ground. It just showed the speed disparity. And we haven't seen that in Manny for quite some time. It makes me, well, my spidey sense is tingling. It makes me wonder some things, and I had to research today. And there's no boxing in Malaysia, so if there's no boxing in Malaysia, I think it's safe to say there's no testing protocols. Now, I always thought that, looked at when Floyd would bring this shit up, it was just a diversion tactic because Floyd Mayweather ducked him for years. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. But as I was speaking with my bro earlier, Floyd was ducking him, but Manny gave him a reason. After a while, Manny gave him a reason to duck him, whether he was really doing it or not. I think this fight right here is something that is putting a question mark me in my eyes, because out of nowhere you just look like the Manny Pacquiao, the Killing Machine in 2010. You know, against an opponent who could punch, against an opponent outside of the pistol fight, has shown a solid chin, and he goes down. He looks really, really slow 3 times. I just think it's more and more sad, in my opinion, how this is where we're at in boxing. Because yes, you can easily say that Matthysse had a hard time making weight, wasn't full strength, got his ass whooped. You can easily say Manny Pacquiao, yes, 39 years old, but had a long layoff, and that extra time in the layoff gave him fresh legs. Where have we seen this before? We just saw this a couple of years ago, last year even, when Vladimir Klitschko fought Anthony Joshua. He had a long layoff after the Fury fight. He was fresh for that AJ fight, and look how good he looked. Look at the performance he gave. So you can make that argument there. So there's nothing definitive, absolutely nothing definitive, and I hope it's that, just being a boxing guy and a fan of the sport and a fan of Manny Pacquiao personally. But it's just gotten to the point like it's now almost like with baseball. Me being a Yankee fan, if y'all remember, A-Rod had a lot of injury-riddled years, and out of nowhere, he just hit 36 home runs. It made everybody look like, he's doing something to beat the system. And that's where at least some folks are looking at this, and I can't really knock them. I think it's more or less sad that this is the way we got to look at fighters now. I think that everybody needs to be under VADA testing so that this question mark is not there no more. This is what needs to be done in boxing. And that's just my take. Google. Salute. I'm out.